Hi there, I'm Char, your friendly online tarot reader. You are in the personal readings playlist. Welcome to my channel. It's an honor to have you here. Today, this is a personal reading for a member of the Soul Fam Collective. This is known as our video reading. So welcome, client number 47. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you to your friend who has booked this for you. And this is going to be very exciting. Yeah, so today I have chosen the Witch's Tarot deck for you. This is a very awesome deck. I love reading with it, and I think you may enjoy the artwork. Very lifelike images in this deck. So here we go. Excuse me. And if anybody would like to book a reading with me, my booking information is down below. The Soul Fam Collective has a video reading special, so if you are seeing this, you're in the Soul Fam Collective. Hello. Let's get this underway. This is a general reading. Sun is shining, there's beautiful energy about. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See what tarot has to say for you today. Ooh, here we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, Queenie likes to come in and have a look around with us when we need a little bit of help getting rid of things that are no longer serving our highest good. She likes to come in and cut out persons, places, or situations that really are not healthy for us anymore, that no longer serve us. There's a lot of communication with swords. Swords like to cut through things. They're sharp. They're like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So with Queenie coming in, I love how confident the queens are. And sometimes when we're making tough decisions about, you know, like, maybe I don't need to follow so much social media or specific people on social media or be around friends, sort of like that anymore. She comes in and she helps clear out situations, clear the air for communication. She's, she's got quite the beautiful cloak made of the ocean, and she's sitting on the edge right there. Do you see how close she is to the edge? No cares. She's so confident. She's so confident. Yeah, she's a lady of action, that's for sure. Whew. A lot of air energy with swords. She likes to come up in places where it's like, I'm feeling a little bit stuck and not knowing what to do in a situation. And she helps us realize that it's not necessarily our job to worry about other people's feelings as we're going along our own personal journey. Like, we don't have to explain ourselves to other people. The world is on its head right now. Oh no! The World card, the last one in the Major Arcana, is like the end of the cycle. There's a little bit of blockages going on here. The world is like normally ready for new opportunities and ready for that next step. It's the last card of the Major Arcana. So we have a little bit of work to do here with this World card coming in, especially with that Queen of Swords. So yeah, like I said, she's going to cut out some things, some blockages that are preventing this cycle from completing. So I wonder, are you feeling stagnant right now? Like, are you feeling kind of at that point? Are you fed up? Are you overflowing in happiness where it's like, okay, I don't know where to go right now. And I'm feeling that there are things that will be revealed with that Queen of Swords moment coming right in there. Yes. Okay, what do we have? So the Three of Swords comes in, and the Three of Swords talks about a heartbreak situation. So if this letting this go is causing a little bit of heartbreak, which is a natural feeling, like, I want to say, like, a friendship is coming to an end and some things need to be clarified on that, and is breaking your heart because you kind of cared about it, and, you know, everything's grown, the communication isn't there. The Queen of Swords comes in, goes, shh. Things are all up in the air. My world is turned upside down. My heart is breaking, and what do I do? But the Three of Swords also comes, you know, it's also, when we have that heartbreak, we learn a lot from it. We learn a lot about ourselves from it. We learn a lot about our surroundings from it. We learn a lot about other people around it. And with this crazy pandemic that everybody's been dealing with this year, there have been a lot of changes in relationships that way. There have been a lot of changes in personal perceptions, personal perspectives. There have been a lot of changes in ideologies, belief systems of faith, like finding faith, people losing faith. So there are a lot of changes going on there, and that Three of Swords on that heartbreak card. We need one more to come in here. And it's blocking. Seven of Pentacles reversed. So as you can see, this little one's on his head. We're looking at a time where we should be paying attention to details, attention to signs going on around us. If you're seeing signs everywhere, it's time to pay attention to them. If you're feeling like you're being leveled up in life on a physical, spiritual, materialistic plane, it is time to step up and be that. So there are some details that are being missed about this cycle going on here. And the Queen of Swords is coming right in at the front of it. She's given her on things that are needing to be done. And while it is heartbreaking, like, as we go through some cycles, it can be really quite heartbreaking. As we change friendships along the way, it can be heartbreaking. As we are battling our personal battles, that can also be heartbreaking. And when we're releasing things, that can also be heartbreaking, because as we're releasing, sometimes we don't realize that space needs to be filled up with something, or that we've just been holding on to it so long it's become a part of our patterns and our thoughts and behaviors towards ourselves. So breaking those patterns leaves us longing to fill that gap. So having that feeling of emptiness, of loneliness, of I've dealt with this awful blockage that I'm dealing with, but now I'm dealing with emptiness right here and I don't know how to deal with it. And that's the time when you have to, like, actually touch that where you're feeling it and put light in there and think about how the sunshine grows things and warms things, and think about all the things that you need to grow. And like these plants, they need soil and tending and weeding and watering and harvesting, and even they have their own cycles, right? So paying attention to what is needed in your own cycle, and replacing that empty space of that hurt of the Three of Swords, that longing that the Queen of Swords has cut that out, is going to open up the world for you. I want to say the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck here has popped up. The Four of Wands talks about building foundations. So this is the next step coming into this cycle here. Being aware of what's going on. I'm not saying it's not okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to recognize those feelings. We must recognize those feelings because we're whole beings. And taking that lesson from it. And even in that Three of Swords moment, sitting, instead of going, why is this happening to me? Going, what is my lesson here? How can I grow? How can I learn from this? And how can I be better from this? And those are the things where the Seven of Pentacles comes talking about in the reverse state there. Is what are you aware of how it's going that way? So the Four of Wands, laying the foundation in the next level here on this reading right under the Queen of Swords. And she really has the best intentions for you. While it turns things upside down, there's a heartbreak, the world upside down. She really does have the best intentions for you. And finding stability in turbulent times. The Two of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Pentacles reversed here. They're finding stability in turbulent water. There's the ocean is going crazy. There's that figure 8 of infinity. We've got the 2. So we're starting off again. It's a little bit of a cha-cha going on. Finding balance, finding stability. And just if this new cycle may just send you reeling as well. It may send you into something that you haven't quite grown into yet. So feeling that peculiar moment with the Two of Pentacles here. Hold on. So along with that, being just kind of aware of your surroundings. If you're feeling overwhelmed by this new thing, let's see what we're going on. Because there's chaos and chaos, right? But the infinity keeps going, and that juggling is going, and still looking like a little deep in thought there. So yeah, it leads me to growing into this new aspect of things going on here. Four of Swords reversed. We've got some reverse cards coming in because we're dealing with these cycles here. The Four of Swords is usually a rest time. On the traditional deck, it's the image of a soldier laying still with his sword at his side and the 3 above. And here we have a maiden walking through. She's got wands in her hand as well. And, you know, she looks like she is looking for something. Okay, so also in this reading, she is right below that 3 of Swords, all right, that heartbreak. So the 4 of Wands here too. There's 4s, some retreat, some decide to go to that 5, that moment in that cycle where it goes. And the blockage here with this 4 of Swords, I want to say with this heartbreak, with this grief, we still have some blockages going on here. And we're going to have to really look at it in that chaos, trying to build that foundation going forward. I think it's an ongoing cycle. An ongoing cycle. A lot of 4s. Queen, 2. 3 of Pentacles here. We've got some reverse cards coming out. I'm going to actually just pick up the book for this one because it's right below the 7 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles talks about doing the studies, about doing the work, but I think at this point you need some outside help to help incorporate what is going on in that situation. The 7's reversed, the 3 is reversed, okay? Ooh. Because the blockages are there. What do we need to know about these blockages? Blockages. Missed opportunities, no patience, and unrewarding work. What do we need to know about this? I do refer to the books when I'm using the cards of the author because they have little meanings and nuances in each of the cards. And sometimes that's a little insight into a little bit more about the story. I want to say a feeling of incompleteness is happening, but really with this 4 of Wands coming in, that's people coming together and building that foundation. So you're going to have to break down some walls and allow some people in to help you. 3 of Pentacles really is about people coming together and like volunteerism. It's not anything to do with like work. It's that pre-beginning step of that next cycle. And it's not a time to do it alone. It is going to be something that is, there's 4 people here building this foundation. And yet there's they're flipped over, and there's a little bit of chaos going on, and it looks rather lonely when it should be having a time of like a group. It's very imbalanced. Very imbalanced. Sometimes when we're dealing with these cycles, though, we go through these things where it's just like, it's such a swing, especially if it's a major event in life. Justice can literally mean justice, and sometimes it means a lot to do with the balance, having those scales balanced. Number 11. Okay, so I don't like it when she's on her head. I really don't like it. And that's a major arcana card as well. So that imbalance is happening. Six of Pentacles just jumped out. So I want you to understand that you are worthy of gifts, and you are worthy of feeling good, and you are worthy of good things happening to you. You are worthy of healing. You are worthy of letting things go. You are worthy of achieving great things. The Six of Pentacles talks to us about balance. See, like he's making sure that the coins are balanced between him and the children. That things are good. Pentacles are earthing. And again, we're right below this other pentacle right here, which is really neat. But we're at this 6. So we're going further on into this cycle. So with the Six of Pentacles, we're looking at that balance. Allow help. I want to say allow people to help you. Like, even though you're a very independent person and you can do it, it's not the time for that. It is the time for that Four of Wands, that foundation being built, that it's going to take a little bit more to get through this next piece. That Three of Pentacles is an indicator of it, especially being under that 7. What else do we need to know here? I've got the Three of Swords upright. I've got the Four of Swords reversed in this pile. And I have the Fool right here. Okay. Actually, I have 2 cards that have jumped out. And then we're good. So, when we're out of balance, when we're out of balance, we're not accepting help from other people. We become out of balance. That flow needs to happen. Six of Pentacles comes in, reminds us you are worthy of gifts. Make sure that flow still happens. What popped out here is the Fool card. So even though this cycle may seem pretty tough right now, and if it is a grief moment, you will gain new tools to get through this, okay? And it is going to start a new cycle. So it may be a really, really hard ending of this cycle here, but you do have what it takes. You do have things around you and people around you that you can count on, that you can call on for that. The King of Cups reversed here. He's one of the most emotionally stable kings in the deck. And when he is on his head, there may be some things that are a little bit turbulent. So this new journey that's starting out here may cause other people to be emotionally confused about what is happening. But as we go through our journeys and we either stop carrying baggage or guilt or shame, we become empowered with ourselves, we show self-love, we allow this cycle of grief to complete. It will start a new cycle because everything goes around in cycle, which is where the Fool card comes in. So be aware just that it will be a new emotional experience. It's going to bring new things that are confusing to the table. People who are normally very emotionally stable may find themselves a little bit out of that control. It even be in like in a narcissistic situation, even if there is something about that going on. Just that King of Cups on his head, just sort of watching for emotional balance going on, being very aware of it. I've got the High Priest on the bottom of the deck here. The universe gives us things, and if we empower ourselves to know what the lesson is, it sometimes makes the process a little bit easier. The High Priest is also known as the Hierophant. He's got some beautiful, beautiful keys there. So we're finding spiritual justice. We're finding counseling. We're finding traditional religious faith. You know, I want to say faith is coming through right now. We're finding that we are finding faith through new means that may be confusing to people around or to yourself. But if you're finding answers in those ways, then continue to explore them. You know, that's totally up to you. But it's like the guidance is there. Dig for it. I'm going to sing the digging song, and I don't want to sing the digging song. He's a 5, so this is where we're making the choice. And when we get major arcanas, we're talking like the Fool here, this guy, we're talking, this guy, like, hey, this dude, we're talking about things that we're doing within ourselves. So the spiritual justice, it's here, longevity, honoring things. So like even having a look at where your faith lies, or finding your inner faith as it goes, bing, here I am, right here, I'm guiding you. I love having that on the bottom of the deck after this reading. What a spectacular reading indeed it is. So there's feeling a little bit of blockages in a cycle. You're going to have a look at that. There is 4 of Wands here. We do have a foundation that's going to be building up for you, but you have to let people in to help. You have to have that, the 3 of Pentacles is that outside help. All right. So whether it be somebody you trust or a complete stranger, you need to find that balance going on. Justice card coming in, and allow the goodness. Like the 6 of Pentacles comes in, is like, hey, you know what? You are worthy of receiving those gold coins too. Making sure the balance is there. Oh yeah, and that's going to open up something that's going to definitely start a new journey going on here. And the emotions are going to be a little bit wavy, a little bit out of context, a little bit odd, a little quirky, a little not as flowy as they should be. But that's just, you know, this is the start of the new journey, and a lot of times where we're going, we are growing into things. So it can be a little bit intimidating. It can be a little bit scary seeing what is going on, or actually not even knowing exactly what's going on. So I really hope this makes some sense for you. I hope this resonates for you. And if you have any questions, you can please ask me an email, or you can comment down below. Depending on if you want to keep it private or not. But yeah, it's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. And, you know, as Grandma always says, this too shall pass. So going through these cycles, we really empower ourselves when we start asking, what is the lesson to learn here? And while sometimes it really sucks when we're asking that, what is my lesson? It is what we need to know to get through that cycle, to get things going again, to get back on our journey. All right, bright blessings. I wish you all the best and strength to you. And I thank you for letting me read for you. And if you are watching this or are interested in booking a reading, my booking information is down below. Meanwhile, click one of these boxes hanging out around my head. It'll take you to a YouTube recommended video this time. And I'd love to have you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I do live free tarot readings every Tuesday and Thursday morning on my channel here. So hit that bell, hit all notifications. That way you know when I go live. I do everyday gratitude practice. We're doing a Vlogmas this month. It's December 2020 if this is an old video that you're catching. So yay, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for letting me read for you and booking. And again, if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. I would love to carry the conversation on with you. All right, bright blessings. Thank you. Here's also a quick look at your cards. Starting with the Queen of Swords right up there. That second row. And our third row, that Fool card starting off on that new journey. How exciting!